Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at Option Alpha, and in this video tutorial, we're going to talk about the options assignment process. So this is going to be specifically geared towards option writers and option sellers. So most people are actually really concerned about options assignment. They fear options assignment big time, but I'm here to tell you it's not that hard of a process to go through. I've been through it a lot of times myself, and so you just want to know what's involved and what parties are involved and how everything works out. The good thing is that less than 10% of options are actually ever exercised, and it usually happens the last week of trading. So that does help with just the numbers. So most of your options, if you are short an option, is either going to expire or somebody's going to close it out and reverse the order before expiration. The option assignment process. So if you've watched any of our other videos, you see that we've used this graph before, but we're actually going to talk about particular assignment process down here with the call writer. So the process actually starts with a option buyer who sends an expiration or an exercise notice to his broker. The broker then sends that notice to the OCC. The OCC delivers shares to the broker and makes this guy whole. Again, I've talked about this particular process up here in a different video tutorial under options exercise process. What I want to specifically talk about here is what happens when you get assigned a contract. So after all this happens, the OCC now has an outstanding order for an options exercise that has to deliver to somebody, right? Somebody has to get the other end of this trade. So what the OCC does is it randomly selects a member firm who is short an exercised call. So this could be your firm. It could not be your firm. It just randomly occurs. Your broker then gets this notice from the OCC that they've been exercised on one of the contracts. So immediately before doing anything else, they want to make sure that they're good and whole with the OCC. So they immediately deliver shares to the OCC so that the OCC is virtually out of the picture at this point. At that point, then they go through their own internal process on determining who is going to get this exercise notice. So if your broker happens to use a random basis, that means that any call writer or any call seller or any put seller, put writer is going to get randomly selected out of all the clientele who are short options. Most firms go by the random process, but there are some firms who go by the first in, first out, or FIFO basis, meaning that the first people to trade those are the first to also get executed with any short exercise notice. So when you get assigned, basically what happens is that the broker delivers you the assignment notice and you have to come up with either the money or the shares to make good on that assignment or exercise notice. Some brokers have different timelines for how long this can take. Most people will say that it can happen by the end of the day, so you'll get assigned the day before, and by the close of business the next day, you have to have either the cash value of those shares or the actual shares themselves delivered back to the broker. So if you're short a call, for example, in this case, you either have to deliver shares, in which case if you're a covered call, you would just lose your shares that you already own if you wrote a covered call, or you have to deliver the value to buy those shares in the open market, which is another way that they can do it. So again, the options assignment process is really not that complicated. It involves a couple different key things. Again, what I always tell people is that you want to make sure that you go directly to your broker and find out exactly what their process is, how long that they require for you to deliver the shares or the cash value, and how long you have to actually go through this process, any fees that might be involved in options assignment that you might not be aware of. So it's always important to understand who you're dealing with and what the terms are before you start making any trades in the options market. So as always, I thank you guys for watching this video, and if you liked the video, please use the social links right below here just to quickly share this video with any of your friends, family, or colleagues on your favorite social network.